This is a hard one for a lot of people, maybe more so today than at any other time I can remember. They'll say things like, are you saying to me that if a person doesn't believe in Jesus, they're actually going to go to hell? That's so narrow. That's so insensitive. That's so intolerant. And amazingly, this idea has even found its way into certain parts of the church. There was an article a while back in the LA Times with this headline, and I quote, "No religion has a monopoly on the truth, clerics assert." The article says, quote, "Is it possible to proclaim the truth of your own faith and at the same time agree that other religions also are paths to salvation? As paradoxical as that may seem, two religious thinkers, one Christian, another Jewish, say that must happen in the United States as we become a nation of growing religious diversity. They call this a theology of pluralism." The Christian and this pair, and I put that in quotes, said, "We are called to follow, but there is no blueprint. If we do follow, we still do not recognize that we see the whole picture. There might be non-Christian companions who are with us, who are also witnesses to God's truth." He concludes, "For the sake of the gospel, Christians need to be open to the Spirit's leading," end quote. Now that's interesting religious verbiage that he uses, but let's break this down and think about it. He says we're called to follow, but there's no blueprint. This is a Christian speaking. And if we do follow, we do so recognizing we don't see the whole picture. We might have non-Christian companions, in other words, those that don't know the Lord, or even those of other faiths who are also witness to God's truth. So for the sake of the gospel, we need to be open to the Spirit's leading. Folks, this is what you call heresy, basically, for lack of a better term. It's false teaching. Let me explain why. I do see the whole picture. I don't say that with any arrogance. I see the whole picture. It's plainly and simply declared to me in the pages of the Bible. And if the Bible is not a blueprint to follow, what is it? So we know these things. He says, I need to be open to the Spirit's leading. I am open to the Spirit's leading as He speaks to me through the Word of God. But I bring this up because even in some parts of the church, some are uncomfortable saying, well, I don't know, to say Jesus is the only way to God. I don't know if we can really say that. Well, listen, I don't say that because I'm better than anyone else. I'm not better than any person anywhere, but I am better off. I'm just one beggar telling another beggar where to find some bread. And the only reason I say Jesus is the only way to the Father is because He Himself said it. We all know the verse, John 14:6, Jesus said, let's say it together, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by me.